Hi everyone, this is an alert message. It appears that there is an increase in scams again from people pretending to be city officials, either pretending to be city power officials and or city legal officials, credit control officials, and scamming people out of money to pay accounts. What I want to say, first of all, is that the information that all of us provide to the City of Johannesburg is meant to be held in confidence. Our account numbers, our telephone numbers, our email addresses that is provided to them is not to be shared with third parties. So let me give you a real-time incident that has happened and how the information has been shared. A long-time query that has been ongoing for a number of years that has landed up in the Office of the Ombudsman. The information has remained confidential over the last 2 years. In December last year, eventually, after having had a meeting, the information was given to the Revenue Department for resolution. 2 weeks ago, City Power or City Power vehicle arrived at the client's home, and the gentleman who arrived there said that he needed to do meter reading. Only the client's wife was there at the time, and this gentleman knew absolutely everything about the dispute that was going on with the city. The client's wife allowed him onto the property. The gentleman then insisted that he needed to take photographs of what was going on the property, and sort of barged his way in. Fortunately, the client arrived and obviously knew that that was not allowed and escorted the gentleman off the property. He took photographs of the vehicle and kept the information. He tried to get hold of me at the time and unfortunately couldn't get hold of me on the day. Today, the client received a phone call from someone who called himself the senior legal advisor of the City of Johannesburg. Again, this gentleman knew absolutely everything about the dispute, and at first threatened the client that if he didn't make payment, that his services would be disconnected. The client told him that there was this obviously dispute that has been going on and that he was incorrect, and that in fact all of these things had to be reversed and he didn't owe the city any money. Eventually, this guy backed down, told the client how useless the city was, how useless the city officials were, and that they couldn't rectify things in time, and that he was in a position to assist the client to get things resolved. And eventually what happened is that the client phoned me and he told me that this gentleman seemed to be very reasonable and that perhaps what I should do is engage with him put him, myself, and the Ombud in the same room, and we should be able to then get to some other agreement where we could get this resolved quicker, seeing that it has taken such a long time to get the matter resolved. Told the client that I had never heard of this guy before, but for him to send me the information, and I would try and get hold of the guy and find out who, first of all, who he was and see what the story was. Just put the phone down when the client sent me a WhatsApp message saying, oops, I think it might be a scam because I've just received this message saying that pay money, if you pay money into this account, the outstanding money into this account, the balance of the money will, the balance of the debt will be written off. And that message was followed up with another message. The client and I had a discussion, and I said to him, well, it clearly is a scam because it's not a City of Joburg account, number one. And I think what we need to do is we'll go and open an investigation. The next thing is that the client also received a follow-up email. Please bear in mind is that at no point did the client share his email address with this gentleman. So he received a follow-up email, and this email said, I confirm our telephonic discussion, and if you pay the outstanding amount into this bank account, we confirm that all the balance of the money will be written off and your account will be settled. This email came from a .co.za account. The City of Johannesburg's email address is a joburg.org.za account. You will never, ever, ever get an email from anybody at the City of Joburg who has a .co.za account. All official emails from the City of Joburg, from anybody who works at the City of Johannesburg, is a joburg.org.za account. So please don't fall for that scam. The other thing that you need to bear in mind is that if anybody from City Power comes to your property, do not let them onto your property without verifying their credentials. Ask them for their identification. And before you let them onto your property, phone City Power and verify whether they are a employee or an accredited contractor. And if the person refuses to give you an identification card, do not let them onto your property. And no meter reader, no City Power employee needs to ever enter your house. In fact, they're not allowed to enter your house, ever. The only thing they ever need to do is read your meter or audit your meter. They are not allowed to enter your house. They're not allowed to go anywhere near your DB board. It's got absolutely nothing to do with them. So please do not fall for any of those scams and do not open yourself up to any of those security risks. So any payments that you make from to the City of Johannesburg, please bear in mind that the City of Johannesburg or any municipal account is a public entity. So when you go and look on your app, that you will find them as a public entity. You will never ever have to enter a municipal or a metro account as a private banking. So you never have to enter their banking details. You will find them as a public entity. So also don't fall for that. So if somebody gives you an account number to enter as a municipal account, you know that that's a scam. Because you will never ever have to enter any municipal or any metro. I apologize for my dogs. You will never ever have to enter a municipal account number separately, because you will always find them as a public entity. Please take care. Please don't fall for the scams. And if ever you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to contact us. Look after yourselves.